welcome to 2022 on Katie's channel. Welcome back. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. I cannot believe it's 2022, but here we are. I'm basically going to share with you guys my goals from last year, how my 2021 went, and basically my new goals for 2022. For me, 2021 was great. So much has happened. I mean, in every year, you're always going to have ups and downs. Like, you're never going to have a perfect year. If you do, well, congratulations. I learned so much about myself. I progressed in areas of my life that I really wanted to progress in. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about 2021. My first goal that I had for 2021 was to progress in my career. If you don't know, I was a 2020 graduate and I'm in the dance industry. And basically that wasn't a thing at the beginning of 2020. Well, 2021, oh my god, I'm still in 2020. All theatres closed down for a very long time. A very long time. Yeah. And there just wasn't work out there. There was, obviously, but very limited because of the coronavirus. I wasn't very specific on how I wanted to progress my career because you can't really plan your life around a global pandemic at the time, you know what I mean? So basically in my head I kind of had the idea that I just wanted to progress my career in some ways. If it was teaching, or what I wanted in my head was actually to perform, but I didn't know if I was going to in 2021. But it did happen. I actually became a teacher for a few months. I thought I was gonna love it. I ended up that it wasn't for me right now. I think it might be a later thing for me. I just wanted to perform. I was continuously just applying for anything. I was just basically, anyone take me, I just need to be on a stage. Then I ended up actually getting into a company with Rubicon Dance Company in October, which I'm still super grateful for, and we've just done our performance of the Nutcracker and it was just great. I had not been on stage for over, I think it's been like 2 years since I was on stage, and then performing the Nutcracker, it was just, I felt blessed. I felt very blessed. I progressed in my career. And I seriously do feel very grateful for the opportunities that I've had this year, because I definitely know that people who have graduated, they're still struggling to find work now. Like, it's hard, and my heart goes out to all of you guys, and I just want to say, just keep going, just keep trying, like, it will happen. My second goal for 2021 was to learn French. I did actually learn French. Is it as much as I wanted to? No. But I did actually start learning. I want to say I'm like halfway through the basics. Like, do I remember them all? Absolutely not. When we were in lockdowns, I had all the time in the world to just learn French. But when I slowly started going back to work and just life in general, I slowly stopped learning French. And I did learn it for a long time, probably all the way up until I moved down to Wales. I just kind of just prioritised other things over it. My third goal last year was to learn how to drive. Hold up, okay, so I have done everything in my power to try and get my driving licence before the end of 2021. I tried my hardest, okay, but COVID life. I actually managed to do my theory test. I did that like halfway through 2021, and then I was on a waiting list for literally 4 to 5 months trying to get driving lessons. So I had a waiting list up in London and a waiting list down in Wales because I didn't know what was going to happen. Obviously I ended up going back down to Wales, and I'm glad I put myself on the waiting list because by the end of October I was actually started lessons. Then when I got the lessons, obviously you have to book your test. I was aiming to get my driving license by the end of 2021, so I wanted to do my test in December, but because obviously COVID, everyone's tests were pushed back, so literally the next availability they had was in 2022. So my test is in March. Even when I go back now, I still have like 3 months until my test, so wish me luck. My fourth goal was to travel, because when I was in uni I didn't travel that much, and I was like, okay, when I leave uni I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna go to places, and I actually love traveling. I really do. I just wish I had more money so I can just blow on traveling. When I wrote this goal down at the beginning of 2021, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put down travel. I know it's a long shot, but who knows, maybe by the end of 2021 people are allowed to travel. I actually still cannot believe that me and AJ managed to go to Disneyland for my birthday. We spent 4 days in Disneyland and oh my god, it was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. And I have been wanting to go to Disney since I probably left there at the age of 5 because I literally could not remember it, like could not remember anything of it, and I'm such a Disney fan. It was a dream come true. I'm still very, very happy and I feel blessed that I went and I managed to go and travel this year because so many people haven't been able to travel. Thank you. And again, thank you to AJ for taking me for my birthday. Love you. And then my last goal that I had for 2021 was to start a YouTube channel. And I have, clearly, because I'm talking to you guys. My first video was obviously just a joke and way too long, and I can't even speak about it because it's actually just a joke. I wanted to start a YouTube channel for a very long time. I just wanted to share my personal experiences with you guys because I remember when I was in uni, and actually what made me make the decision that I'm going to start YouTube one day was that I was actually looking for people like me, contemporary dancers, transitioning into the industry because I was like, how do people do it? There's so many ballet dancers on YouTube or like commercial dancers, and I was like, where are these contemporary people at? And I'm not saying there aren't, like there are contemporary dancers on YouTube, but the ones that I have found, they live in America and it's not contemporary like I do, it's like lyrical. That was my goals for 2021. And in some way I did complete all of them, so I was really proud of myself for that. So 2022, we are here. Oh, I'm actually filming this on New Year's, just to let you know, so literally first day of 2022. Some of my 2022 goals are the same as my 2021 goals, but not exactly the same, just like to improve it more. I'll explain in a second. One of my 2022 goals is to actually pass my practical driving test, which, as I said, is in March. So hopefully I pass it then, because my god, I do not want to continue doing this. I just want my license and just be on my way. But I'm actually really enjoying learning how to drive. I mean, it freaks me out when like the driving instructor like puts his foot down on his side of the brake and I'm like, wow, freaks me out. Jesus, it makes me jump every time. My second goal is to travel, so even more, because last year I was very blessed and was able to go to one place, which was France. I definitely wanted to travel to more places, but obviously COVID life. I keep saying COVID, but it's just because it's there. I can't stop it. 2022, I am planning to go to Hawaii with AJ. I really hope that we can make it happen because obviously Hawaii is not cheap, it's expensive, and we want to go for like 3 weeks as well. It's like, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this for like a long time, properly. Yeah. What? I want to go back to Disneyland, even if it's for a weekend, so hopefully I'll get to do that. Then my third goal is to learn more French. So basically I want to be able to pass the A1 French test, which I think is just the basics of French. I don't know. AJ kind of just said to me that was a good like goal to kind of head towards. So yeah, we're gonna try that. And then again, I have progress in career, but I was a bit more specific about this one because COVID, I hope, is slowly going away. Let's just touch wood now because I don't want to jinx it. I want to focus on my dance skills, as in like turnout, strength, flexibility, etc, etc. Turnout is just a big one for me because I don't have great turnout, so the company that I'm in at the moment, Rubicon Dance Company, I want to stay there for a little while. Alongside that, I do want to do other jobs, perform in small projects for a few days or maybe a few weeks, being in a dance film, progressing it in that sort of way. So even though I'm gaining my experience being in the company, I'll also gain experience being more in the commercial side, if that makes sense. Hopefully that will happen. And then my last goal is to grow you guys. That sounds so cringy. Yeah, it's to basically grow my channel. I literally love doing YouTube. It's honestly really nice to just look back at old videos. It's like looking back at old memories. I honestly just want to continue making content for you guys, growing it. If there's stuff that you want to see, please let me know. I am very happy to film them because even though I'm here for myself, I want to be here for you guys as well. Yeah, I feel like that's everything. But I do want to speak to you guys about actually having goals and the pros and cons. So obviously the pros of having goals is that it makes you focused, it gives you something to work towards, it's making you strive for more, which is what I love. The cons of having goals, that if you don't achieve them by the end of the year, some people can get really frustrated by that and feel like that they failed themselves. And I just want to say that even if you didn't reach your goal by the end of that year and you have progressed it in some way, you've still progressed. For example, my French story, I started it at the beginning of the year, but I didn't carry it on towards the end. But I definitely know some French. The fact that I have learnt that much, that when I do come to learning more, it's just gonna be easier, you know what I mean? This is a quote that I literally love. You only fail if you stop trying. So who cares that if you didn't reach your goal at the end of that year? If you keep trying, you are going to at some point. You know what I mean? So like, even with me with this French, like, I know that it's not my top priority, but it's somewhat a priority. And over the years, I will definitely learn more French. And even if I don't become fluent in the next like few years, I honestly would not care if I didn't become fluent until I was the age of like 40. Because one of my life goals is to be able to learn how to speak another language. So my point is just don't stop trying, because when you stop is when you fail. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hoped you enjoyed this video. That was kind of like a little insight of my resolutions that I've had from past year to now new. I would actually love to hear all of your guys' resolutions as well, because I'm just really nosy. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy 22!
Resolutions.
Resolutions. Resolutions.
Resolutions.
Resolutions. Okay.